Welcome back to a very special episode of Sitting on Jared's Deck. On the anniversary of D-Day, we are reminded that a tradition in America is thumping Nazis. And now we're dealing with them again. As the band Chumbawamba, do you remember the pissing the night away guys who get knocked down, you get up again? They have this great song that they do in concert. I don't know if it's theirs, but it's about how the Nazis never died. They just went to work and put on ties, and they are amidst us, and they are now in our White House with this terrible, terrible administration. But here's the point of this. It's not about the same old that I bitch about on my deck like a broken record of sadness. But Democrats, you have been handed on a silver platter the head of DJT, the man who has carried an unfortunate amount of Americans with him to the White House, and with that enabled all kinds of scumbaggery, including those who hold dear the ideology of the Third Reich. Democrats, people see this. They see that Donald Trump, who is the only living person who has as much contact as anyone else to Jeffrey Epstein, they know he's a criminal. He has been adjudicated as a felon, I think 34 times. And now Democrats. Do you remember when Katie Hill, one of your own, was in a consensual affair and then she just resigned because she thought it was the right thing to do? Or Al Franken did an over the Kevlar jacket boob touch, which probably merited an apology and some recognition of why it was bad. And now he regrets resigning. Who do we have in our White House? Who do we have in Congress or Republicans everywhere who have not just been accused, but have been convicted of much worse? I mean, we have a Secretary of Defense whose mother says he's an abuser of women, and it's time now, Democrats. I have this easy binary, which is Republicans are scumbags and Democrats are weaklings, and to save this country, all one of the two has to do is Republicans be less scummy and Democrats perhaps find their spine. No more letters. We're going to write a stern letter. We're going to use words like dismayed. That's, I think Adam Schiff said, dismayed. We are dismayed. No, it's not about being dismayed. There was young dudes crawling in the sand to save the world from Nazis. I'm sure that he was dismayed, but he kept crawling, and he probably had to do some terrible things that wrecked the rest of his life, if he survived, to keep the Nazis at bay. And now all we need to do, without them shooting at us from bunker locations, is be strong and get in their face. And right now, Democrats, I swear to sweet Jesus, I mean, I want Christianity to be real so God would start smiting people. I want the hand of Hercules to come out of the sky or the lightning bolts of Zeus and start blasting people who aren't strong enough to stand up for this country, for your family, for our children, because that's what needs to happen. And you need to go out and you need to make everyone squirm that has anything to do with this administration. I'm talking about businesses. I'm talking like Target or Walmart or McDonald's, who contributed so much to get Donald Trump elected. I'm talking about individuals. I'm talking about organizations, and make them squirm in their seats for being associated with likely the largest known accomplice outside Ghislaine Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein. We've known this. Yeah, and Elon Musk had to bring it up. Why do we have to wait for yet another scumbag to bring it up when we know this, but we've been too weak to do something about it? Do you remember when we know Donald Trump is a Russian asset? We've seen MI6 just came out last week and said Russia has one plan, and that is to keep Donald Trump in their pocket. And that's it. That's all they've got left. I mean, Ukraine was supposed to get the ass handed to them, and now they've just blown up half of their air force with a tricky little drone deal that was being planned by Zelensky while he was being humiliated in the White House. J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio looking like they own the place. Meanwhile, Zelensky's plotting Operation Spiderweb, which is the most amount of badassery we've seen in the 21st century. And now we need to continue that. We need to continue. We got a grandma up in Minnesota who 1 hour was garden weaseling to grow some snap peas. The next thing you know, she's out in the face of ice, and she and her neighbors drove them out of the neighborhood. These masked men who gave not a damn about our Constitution, not a damn about habeas corpus or Miranda rights or the Fifth. There's big, strong people out there. So Democrats, Hakeem Jeffries, Schiff, all you stooges that need to wake up, stand up, and be tough. I saw the Democrats posting on social media fun little memes about the breakup of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Go further, okay? It's our job as voters to be cute and talk trash to one another. Your job as an elected official, as a person on the dole of the taxpayer, is to protect us. We are paying you and giving you health insurance that none of us will have in our lifetimes. You've got the total package. So with that kind of comfort and confidence, rise up. Rise up, because the one thing we've seen with this administration is when you stand up like the governor of Maine did, when you stand up like the people that just chased off all those ICE dudes out of the neighborhood in not just San Diego, but Minnesota, when you stand up, they're too scared. That's why Donald Trump wants to be an autocrat, because he's too weak to go through the process of debate. He's not smart enough to have the conversations and move the dialogue and gain the consensus, which is what you need to do. You need to have some charisma that actually attracts people and not repels the world and makes us look like an international embarrassment. Okay, but we have that. You have the knowledge. You know the Epstein. You know that Donald Trump's been trying to hide, and what has he done to do that? And the Republicans, being the scumbags they are, is they're throwing people under the bus, scapegoating, putting people's lives in danger, whether they're an immigrant or whether they're trans or gay. They're distracting because they know the scum they have in the White House. Democrats, the door is open for you to come bursting in. We'll even light up a fog machine. I could do some announcing it now. Finally, with a spine. This is it. This is it, D-Day. Some 18-year-old kid got a bullet through his head. That was it. Some 18-year-old kid went home, and the rest of his life was not the same. His mom and dad like, geez, what happened to Jeffrey? He used to be an all-star baseball player, and his future was paved with gold, and now he pisses himself every time a firework goes off. Let's actually do it for these people that paid the ultimate price. You absolute weaklings. Okay, I got to end positively. Come on, damn it. How do I end positively now? Copy.